happy weekend, happy Sunday, or whenever you watch this video. My name is Claudi and welcome back to the Knits for the Soul podcast. I'm sitting outside on my porch. You might hear birds, you might hear the train station that is quite close actually, and maybe our neighbors and their new dog. My dog sits here next to me. Oh no, he's not going to make it into the video. It's too far down. Yeah, so sorry if there are distracting noises. I try to edit something later. Let's see. And I'm also totally makeupless because I'm not in a mood. So yeah, I hope you can deal with that, and if not, okay, so it's been a while since I recorded. It's been really busy over here. I'm very busy at work. I started setting up a new project with employee ramp-ups and trainings for all the software tools and things like that, and the processes for that new client. We are now in the second of 4 training groups, and it's been tough but also quite satisfying when you see the progress of new employees, getting the hang of what they're going to do. So this is really cool. Meeting new people and getting to know them and their stories and their characters. So there's a train. Okay, and so that's really fun. A lot of them will go back to work from home, so some already left, and that's quite sad because there were some cool, how to say that? I don't know how to say that in English. So some got along so well that they were teasing and making lots of fun, and the conversations were so hilarious. That's cool. So next week I have my second group in production, and let's see how that will go. I'm really excited about that. My colleague did the last training and it went really well, and then already the week after the third group will start. So okay, maybe not that interesting for you, but so I'm constantly tired. I didn't knit a lot, and if you follow me on Instagram, where I have the same name as here on YouTube, Knitsforthesoul, you saw in my stories that I was knitting some really colorful garter stitch with 10 sock yarn threads held together. So this is finished. I will show you in a bit. So that was my knitting for the past 3 weeks or so, and of course you see what I'm wearing. So this is also a finished object I can proudly present to you. Before I start with that, thanks for all the comments for the last episode, for the hearts, thumbs ups, etc. On YouTube and on Instagram. Sorry, my eyes are, I'm tearing up here. I think this is because there is a light breeze. I don't know if I'm developing some allergies or something. Yesterday I went to have a coffee with a friend and we were sitting outside, and it was like I was crying the whole time, though I didn't cry. It was just, anyway. So that's why I don't wear makeup right now, because I want to see if there was something that was doing that. No, don't know. I don't have any idea. Anyway, yeah, thanks again for the feedbacks, for the comments, for messages, for all your love. I'm really appreciating that, and yeah, so it really made my day. And just, I have to check something. It's been a couple of days. Sometimes I don't look into that YouTube Studio app for quite some time, and then I'm missing comments, which is a bummer because they're so cool. So there is a special thank you going out to Paula Simios. I hope I pronounced that correctly. You left such an adorable comment. I was reading that as a my god. So thank you for stopping by here and watching the episodes. Yeah, it actually made my week. It was so great reading that. Thank you, Paula, and to all the others as well. Yeah, let's see what I have to show you actually. So oh no, there's another train, I guess. Oh, that's a long one. So if you live close by the track your whole life, you start to not notice that even when you're outside. But of course, if you record a podcast episode, it's quite annoying. Yeah. Well, any other life updates? Oh yes. So I finally got all the papers that my house is really my house, only my house. Finally, after almost 6 months of waiting for those papers, I got that letter on Friday afternoon when I came back from work. So my god, what is this thick envelope from I say that from the, oh my god, what's that? Oh, you know, anyway, I don't know what it is in English. So, and I thought, oh my gosh, did I forget to pay taxes or whatever? Or some other stuff. Maybe I drove too fast, and then you get a ticket from the same, let's say, address. So I opened it and said, oh my gosh, what is it? Okay, they want money. I said, oh, these are my last papers for my house. Do you say the deed of your house in English? Yeah, so the property I live on has 2 houses on it, and I inherited those from my parents when they passed away. For my mom, it's already 7 years, and my dad passed away 5 years. So then I already owned a quarter of it, and my partner did own a quarter of it. And a year after my dad passed, we split up. Yeah. And so we had a contract, and I told him, according to the contract, I'm going to pay him back his share. And instead of just doing what was written in the comments, I think I was quite naive in thinking that, I mean, this is an official paper telling, okay, if you split up, then this and this will happen, and party 1 has to do this and this, and party 2 has to do this and that. And I thought, yeah, well, I mean, it's written in there, we all sign it, there is a stamp from an attorney and everything. So okay, it's standing in that paper, so it's going to happen now. Yeah, it didn't. And so it took about 2.5 years of legal proceedings and a lawsuit and so many attorney fees, you know, so much money. My gosh. All the yarn I could have bought. Yeah, so that was so stressful. And then we finally sat in court, and the result was that my ex-partner's attorney just agreed to everything I proposed 2.5 years ago. And it was so ridiculous, so stupid. 2.5 years of all that crap. And then it just said, yeah, of course we're doing it like it's written out in those papers. And so, okay, good. And then yeah, I paid those fees, then I paid the taxes for the quarter of the property that I got back, and now I got the fee that I paid the fee so that they changed the names in the deed, you know, so that is only me in there. Yeah, so that took another half year to finally happen, and now it's mine. And yeah, it's kind of a relief. Yeah. Okay, 11 minutes and I'm totally babbling your ears off with non-knitting related stuff. So let's get into that. Finished objects. I'm starting with the most obvious. This is my spiraling. This is my dog making noises. So he came to me, sitting on the sofa next to me. There he is. Say hello. Say yo. So, okay. I hope I put this camera back on. No, I have. What? Okay. With the obvious, the spiraling cables. Triangle shawl by Stephen West. This is from the Hibernating 2 book, and I started on the 26th of December in the Hibernit along, and yeah, so this is quite warm. It's really nice because it's a bit cool outside. So yeah, the screen is as usual too small to show. So this is my shawl. You knit that, or you can knit it in a DK weight, so that is what the pattern is written for. I didn't have any DK in that quantity and colors. I would knit a shawl like that, so I used fingering weight yarn held double. So all the pink stuff you see here, this is my contrasting color, were 2 sock yarns that were pinkish, whitish, stripey-ish. I showed that in my last episodes, so please go back there. One was from my Opal subscription, and I got my first box before Christmas, and there was a pink white striped one, and then Rania sent me a long yarn sock yarns in a swap that I started in spring last year, and there was also pink whitish gradienty. And I just held it double, and the cool effect is that, okay, my neighbor probably doesn't speak English, so he might think it is weird that I'm sitting here and talking to the laundry around me. That is something you don't see, because on my porch I have clotheslines on right beneath the ceiling. So, and I did laundry, and it's all covered in laundry here. Yeah. So what you see here is those yeah, pooling parts, and then this is where both yarns met with their white striping parts, and I think this is so cool. So when you start here, so then that's because you have a big part, because it's quite small still, and then it's spaced out farther and it's getting shallower. So but this is really cool, I like that, and it made the knitting a lot of fun. And my main color here for the cables, this is a hand dyed yarn I dyed a couple of years back when I still had my shop, and dyed my yarn my own yarn. And this I mostly dyed on Pasquale yarns, so they have really nice bases, and this was just a fingering merino base. And I dyed in speckles. Let's see, you can see that on the border quite nicely. And I actually intended this for a sweater for my son. He's way too big now for a sweater I would get out of the amount I had of this yarn. So he's going to be 11 this year, and I think I dyed this in 2016 maybe. Yeah, and he probably wouldn't wear a sweater like that anyway. Not in a yarn like that. Yeah. So I just held it double. I had 550 gram skeins of it, and held it double, and I used up every last piece of both of all the yarns I used in here. For the border, I had to take out a couple of other yarns for I think 3 rows. I also used up my contrasting color on the back of the border, and then some other yarn, finger and weight yarn, for 2 rows I think, and then for the bind off. Yeah. So there is nothing left of the yarns I used for this shawl, and that is quite satisfying. I really like that. But no socks to match that shawl here, because everything is used up. But it's nice. So I used I finally updated my stash in Ravelry, and could put quite a few yarns over in the used up section. That was satisfying as well. It was like tidying up your house. Like yeah, so I really like this shawl. It's soft, it's warm. It could have been a bit bigger, so pre-blocked, the dimensions were quite short. The longest side was I think 1.20 meters, and the opposite 1 meter. That was really short, and then I blocked it quite aggressively, and it grew a lot, thank God. But it's still not as big as I would like it to have. It, but yeah, it's done. It's really nice, and I like to have something pink. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is the Spiraling Cabled Strangle by Stephen West, and West knits are the best knits, we know that. It was a lot of fun, and I've been wearing it here and there. It's really warm. But I also wore my shawlography quite a lot, and yeah, it's nice. Okay, next train. It's Sunday. Why are there so many trains? I don't get it. Maybe I just don't realize that there are so many trains passing by here. But I'm doing that now because I'm recording and it's annoying. I don't. Okay, did I show you? I have to check on Instagram. I finished a pair of socks for my friend Margit. and I don't know if I showed them on, no, I didn't show them on the podcast. No, I didn't. Okay, first the other thing, and then I'm going inside and retrieving those socks. So Micha made on Instagram and on Ravelry, she made chair cushions with sock yarn leftovers, and she used 10 strands of sock yarn held together and an 8mm needle to make that cushion. And I had the urge to use up all those bits and pieces and leftover yarns I was sure I won't need for my sock tube socks, because they're just not fitting contrasting colors. And then I remembered that there was this project by Micha, a friend of mine, Denise. She already made a couple of those for her balcony, for her balcony benches. And yeah, so I grabbed all those leftovers, and I still had some minis from a Christmas swap, I don't know, 10 years ago. So I took them as well, and Micha cast on 30 stitches. I did 2 at first and thought that looks so small, I better do 40, but 30 would have been enough actually. But I didn't unravel. I just kept doing those 40 stitches, and so of course I had to do more rows. I think, yeah, I knit, that is my dog, he's eating. I knit 72 rows in garter stitch, so 36 garter ridges for those 40 stitches. And I haven't measured yet how big it is, but it's a good size cushion. Is it a cushion? You know, I don't know. It's a seating mat. And here it is. So the fun thing, I already I already wove in all the threads. I'm so proud. So this is that mat, chair cushion. Yeah, so really nice. I also to get a nice edge, I already I always slipped the first stitch of a row. And if you look, you see where the leftovers transitioned a bit, but it's so beautiful. I really like this. I don't know if you can see that. There is also one sock yarn in there that has some stellina in it, and that is also one of the oldest yarns in my stash. So the next cross on my knitting bingo chart. Yeah, so this is really nice. I still have leftovers left, and already wound them up in a ball with, so that all the 10 strands are ready to go. Let's see if I when I cast this on and do a second one. Not sure if I will do 40 stitches or 30, but this size is quite nice. I can scrunch this up quite well still, and it can go on the bottom of my bag, and when I'm out and about I always have something to sit on, so I don't have to sit on a stone or whatever, or some cold bench. That's nice, quite warm. So that was fun. I did, as I said, 40 stitches. Micha only made 30, and to know when you reach the part where it's a perfect square, you just fold it like this, and then you, oh, I can bite off. Yeah, so it's really nice. I like that. It was a nice project, mindless. I was able to watch some Law and Order after a long work day. I often had 10 or 11 hours. That was really, really, really tiring. And my dog is looking at me. I think he found a bone or something. Yeah, so, and of course I already started watching the new season of Bridgerton. That was so fun. And last night, while Anthony made a fool of himself, I finished that little piece. Yeah, that was fun. And the colors made me really happy. So if you have lots of odds and ends and leftover yarns you don't know what to do with, this is actually quite handy, practical thing. Okay, so I'm hitting the pause button here and grabbing those socks. Well, I really have to check if I talked about this before. I don't know. I can edit this out, I guess. So, yeah. I made a pair of those green socks for my friend Margit of the Little Cabin Knits podcast for Christmas, and because that tube was so long, I divided it and yeah, was able to make another pair for her. Yeah, and this is it. I really don't know if I showed this before. Oh my gosh. The contrasting parts are all those little opal yarn minis I had, and I had, I think, 15 grams left after this, and that went into that seat cushion as well. So these are all just randomly put together. And yeah, another pair of socks done. Really nice. So the afterthought here is really quite easy. The good thing is that the main color yarn was yeah, it didn't unravel easily, so I was able to comfortably just put in the needles again and pick up the stitches. And this heel is fun. Ooh, here's the camera. This heel is fun because when I Kitchener stitched this together, it was a purple road. That was quite fun. Yeah. So she has 2 pairs now, so next time I see her she's getting those. And yeah, as the others are very scrappy as well, so she can just wear them however she likes them. Okay, the neighbor's getting out. Yeah, so before tons of kids are storming into all the gardens surrounding me. That is again the dog. Yeah, I think I will. He's sitting on the bone and he's not getting it out from under himself. Okay, yeah, whips. I'm still working on the second sock of my second socks to match your shawl pair, yeah. So the first sock I think was done last time too. So this is it. It's this slipped up sock pattern by All Knitted Up or All Knit Up. I really like that. So I made ankle socks because I don't have so many contrasting yarns left over to get, let's say, an almost exact second sock done. Let's see. I will still have tons of this, in this case the main color, left over after. Maybe it's going into the second seat cushion. Let's see. So it's a toe up. I have no idea if the slipped up sock pattern is a toe up. I just had a look at the main stitch pattern and yeah, just copy pasting it on the sock recipe. I'm knitting. I'm always knitting. So I made a toe up and then the instep increases and then just the heel flap. So this is actually an eye of partridge heel, but I don't know if it's really visible because of the variegated yarn. Yeah, and the cuff on top is a knit through the back loop kind of cuff. Yeah, nothing fancy. I think I will run out of my Lana Grossa hand-dyed effect first. I still have, I think, for this sock enough of the BFL. There is also, I think, enough left of the Regia silk and enough of that wonderful, lovely, perfect Mondschaf yarn. Yeah. I have worn the other socks to match your shawl pair already, and I have to say I'm not really happy with how the Regia silk is wearing. I used it for toe and heel and cuff. Definitely for the toe and the heel, and I've worn it once in my boots for a whole working day, and yeah, it already started to pill and felt a bit, which I don't have on any other of my socks, like when wearing them just once. So I have a couple of pairs that are already 10 years old, and that they start to pill and felt a bit at the heel is expectable, but just being worn once and then something like that, I'm not really happy about that. Yeah. Okay, another whip. I plan to finally cast on the slice sweater I talked about before, where I showed you the swatch I made with a black mountain sheep, schwarzes Bergschaf, and the drops brushed alpaca silk in black. This is like a garment I will, or the big project I will cast on maybe tonight, let's see. And the second sock I will just take with me to work and knit on it during lunch break. And then I talked about the sock tube, the one I started last week. I'm sorry about the crinkling. The one I started last year and showed a lot of socks to you already in all the episodes. And right now there are only 3 yarns left to make into socks. These are those. So this is an opal yarn that was in the 2020, or I think in the 2020 subscription, but I'm not sure. I haven't had this subscription, I got this gifted. So yeah, this is really nice, and this is the whole, hang on, no, this is the correct way. So this is a whole skein, and I divided it into 2 already, but as I figured that those legs are very long and I'm not wearing so long legs that often, I will separate that again to make shorter socks. So this means I will get 2 pairs of socks out of this. So this is the next sock tube project. You see the needles already in one of those, but I will separate that again to get 2 pairs. I have not decided yet which kind of contrasting color I will use, but I have a lot of those lang yarns, 50 gram skeins I ordered last year, and I showed, I think, 2 or 3 episodes ago. I think I will do one in some pink and maybe one in green. Let's see. Though the yellow would be fun as well, because it's not that dominant in this, and then if you have it as a contrasting color, there will be quite some spring or summer like socks. So very nice. So this is the next sock tube project, and then I have 2 from the yarns I got from Sandra of the Craftfulness podcast. And so this is 1. So this will only become 1 pair, as you see. If I just do this, you see this is going to be just a normal pair of socks. I think this was called koi pond or something. It's very soft. It's definitely a superwash, so I don't have a real tag to it, yarn tag to it or label to it. So, but I really adore how she dyed this, and I also here I haven't decided which kind of contrasting color I will use. So a white would be nice, but really dramatic would be a black, of course. Haven't decided yet, but this will be 1 pair of socks. And then I have this one from her as well. It has stellina in it. I think you can see that. And I love how this is pulling. This is so awesome. So it will make 1 pair with a long leg, or it would make 2 shorty socks, like ankle socks, 2 pairs. Haven't decided yet. I have different grays I could use as a contrasting color. I also have this mustardy yellow as a contrasting color, but I think if I would use a mustardy yellow as a heel, cuff and toe, it would take away from the main color. So I guess I will go with one of the grays. Yeah, so I will get 4 pairs of socks out of these, or maybe 5 if I make ankle socks with the stellina pair. Yeah, not decided yet, so let's see. And then that huge sock tube will be all made into socks, so this is really fun. My sock drawer is almost spilling over. I have 2 pairs I was thinking about of yeah, sorting out, because they're really worn, but as there aren't in colorways and they're so pretty, I'm not sure if I can do that, or if I maybe, yeah, just do something else with it. So with parts of it, usually the leg is the less worn part of a sock, so maybe I could just cut it off there and do something with that part. Don't know, let's see. Yeah, so these are my whips. Yeah, and next time I really hope I can show you progress and something really worth showing of the slice sweater I really want to cast on tonight. Yeah, now if you're still with me, now I have acquisitions to show you. I think I showed you the grey ask of Hilleswalk. My friend Margit brought me from Norway the last time. I think I showed you that. I hope I did. Yeah, I met up with a friend this week who ordered yarn for herself, and she asked us in the Stitch and Bitch group if anyone was in an existential need to order yarn as well. So I cried here, and so I have no idea when she ordered it. I think it was in January or something, and it took a lot of time until we were able to meet up. Yeah, so I did this week, and we had a nice chat for half an hour because she still had to work, and then I took my yarn, and because I was in the city already, I decided to hit up the new knitcrate shop that popped up in our town, and it was a really nice one. And I'm not sure, well, I don't know if I will show you at the start of the episode or at the end, let's see. But if you follow me on Instagram, I posted a couple of those footage already in my stories. So I went there, and I thought I will have a huge knitcrate haul to show you, but no, I don't. I was very responsible and didn't get so much stuff, but I have a couple of things I will show you there as well. It tends to go more into my journaling stationery part, and if you're not interested in that, you can just stop them. So, but now for the yarn, she ordered Holst yarn, and I'm a huge fan of Holst yarn. I have lots of that in my stash, and I've knitted with it already, and I want to knit a sweater because when she ordered that, let me just open that so I pronounce it correctly. When she ordered this, where are you? Margit Kowacek had a sale for her patterns. Is it her? I hope that was that sale. Yeah, it was. And I got a couple of patterns. So I want to knit the Cozy Hubby by Margit for my son, and this is knit in Malabrigo yarn Arroyo, and we sat down, my son and I, and chose colors, so I still have to make that Malabrigo order. But I got a sweater pattern for me as well, and it's the Flora pattern. I will put this here. That's why I'm sitting in front of something like this, so I can pop in pictures here of stuff. Yeah, so the Flora sweater is such a nicely structured piece, and I really wanted it. And for that, I want to use a Holst yarn Super Soft. I am thinking, it depends, when I'm doing that gauge swatch, it depends if I use it as a single or double strand, or as a single strand and then adding a Holst yarn Titicaca, which is their lace weight alpaca, to it. The Super Soft and the Titicaca are a perfect combination to get a bigger gauge and to get a fluffy, soft fabric out of it. I want to knit that sweater in this Sweet Pea colorway, and this is this. So I'm not sure if you can see that correctly. So this is a very light pink, and you have, it is heathered with an even lighter one, and then some yellows. Let me just take off the, so maybe you can see that here. This is such a nice color, and I think the so in the course of this podcast, I might fall off my my bench here because the dog is occupying everything. Yeah. Anyway, so this is going to be a beautiful sweater, I'm sure. I will make a gauge swatch soon and decide if I want a Titicaca as an accompanying thread as well or not. So at this moment I have 8 of those 50-gram balls. So 50 grams have 314 yards or 287 meters on it. So Holst is very, very yeah, you get a lot of thread out of it, and it's very affordable as well. Yeah, so let's see. So I have enough. I already have 1 or 2 skeins in my stash. That's why I decided I want this sweater in that colorway, and ordered 400 grams in addition. And let's see if I need or want the Titicaca as well. And when I was browsing that online store where my friend, sorry for the crinkle, where my friend ordered, and I had a look at the Malabrigo because of the sweater I want to knit for my son, but I didn't have enough of the colors he would have liked, so I didn't order that. I saw a very pretty Malabrigo sock skein, and I thought sock yarn is no stash, and it's so nice, and it also might be a perfect colorway for the Var socks by Fibertails. So I ordered 1 skein of the color 351 in Gobber. And look at this beauty. It is so pretty. It was beautiful on the screen, and it is more so in real life. So nice, and so soft. You get 440 yards or 400 meters on a 100 gram skein. It's 100% superwash merino wool. Let's see. I love that Malabrigo is always giving so much information about their stuff. The weight is in the name of this lightweight kettle-dyed yarn spun from our luxurious merino and treated to make it machine washable for easy care. Its range of semi-solid and watercolor multicolorways fashions this delightful yarn into a particular favorite for shawls and scarves. Yeah, it's really soft. So let's see. I think because of the way it is spun, it's possible to get a good sock out of it that will wear quite well. No nylon, etc. Let's see, maybe I just put some reinforcement yarn into the heel. But it's so pretty, I had to have it, so I ordered it. Yeah, and I got, so that was that order, and then I got my, is it a February knit crate box? I think so. And because I think next week, oh yeah, next week, I will get the next box with the Opal subscription, so 5 or 6 skeins of sock yarn. So that's why I paused my knit crate subscription. And maybe do that, continue later on in the year. But I got this box, and I got 2 skeins of the Vidalana Ascendance in the colorway Limestone. So this is 100% Peruvian Highland wool in sport weight. 100 gram give you 328 yards or 300 meters. And I got it in this bright, fresh white. That's why I said like colorway, because yeah. This is a, you know, a blown yarn. I think you say blown yarn, so it's a very long I-cord. So soft. It's ridiculously soft. Seriously. Amazing. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. It's just, at the moment, it's just perfect for cuddling up. It's really nice. And they put in a little gift again. Last time it was a lip balm. Yeah. And this time, I think this is a darning needle and a little felted cheap way to put it in by Cut Wrinkles. You usually get buttons and stuff at Cut Wrinkles. On Instagram, I think her name is @CutWrinkles_knitting something. Yeah, and you can find her on cutwrinkles.com. Yeah, so I haven't unwrapped this yet, as you see. Yeah, so this is my knit crate box for February, I guess. It was February. It was really on time. So if you're watching the Knitting Traditions podcast, that is where I got to know the knit crate, and for the first box I also used Inga's coupon code where you get 25% off. And to Norway, she always says to Norway it takes so long, but it is delivered so fast to Germany. It's amazing. Yeah, so I get the email so that it's being shipped, and 2 days later it's here. weird. Yeah, as I said, I paused that subscription for the moment, for the time being. Firstly because yeah, the shipping from the States over here is a lot, and I'm not really happy about doing that stuff currently. So it's going to pause, and I'm getting my Opal subscription box this week. So I have more yarns to show you next time. The pink and white striped ball of yarn from the Christmas box is also the only one of that box I have used yet. So I really have to, yeah, get going with my sock tube socks. I finished them up so I can use all the new yarns I have. Make new leftovers to knit something with those leftovers. Yeah. Okay, and yeah, so that was that for the knitting part. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'd be happy if you leave a thumbs up, heart, whatever, comment, and yeah, tune in next time. If you're not interested in the knitcrate stuff, I totally understand. I'm a stationery freak. So yeah, I thought I was going to buy half the store, but I didn't. I got a little notebook. Not that I need another notebook, I have lots of notebooks, but that was so pretty. It's pink. It's not real leather. It doesn't say what it is, but I think this is some artificial stuff, but it's really nice. It has a nice feel. The paper is nice, and oh, let me see what I paid. €3.70 for, so there are no US dollars, but in pounds it would be $3.60. Yeah, that was really nice. They also had that in a mossy green that was pretty, but I thought one is enough. Let's see what I will do with it. And then I got something to, what is it called in English? I have no idea what it is called in English. You know, if you're sewing or something and you want to cut the seams, you know, this one. And I wanted to have this forever because it's made from bamboo and it's so pretty. And I invested an incredible amount of money in this, €1.64. Yeah. And then I got, because it looks so nice, it's also bamboo, I got a, what is it in English? What is it in English? You know, to punch together paper. Does it say in another, in English what it is? No. And it's not bamboo, it's teak wood. Woo! And it was €8.38. Because it was so pretty, I got a matching scissor as well. Yay! Also €8.38. And I got round sticky notes. One. I think they were the cheapest. They were 98 cents. Yeah. It was a really nice store. I liked the displays a lot, so I went through it twice just to look and what they all got. They also have yarn, so you will see that in the footage. But I had no idea what I would make with that and in the colors they had, and yeah, well, you saw I have enough yarn, so I didn't buy any. They have those cute little yarn balls. They're even ceramic, but not in a color I would like, and quite small, and so I didn't buy it. Yeah, but as I love journaling, I bought something for my journal, but not at stashbuster. That was on Amazon, and I'm getting a stamp from Etsy next week, I guess. But Amazon was very fast. They delivered a cool set of washi tape for my journal. I tried to find a link and link it in the description box. Yeah, so I got this cool washi. I bought this set with 8 washi tapes because I wanted to have this one with a monthly overview with a calendar. So that's why I bought this set. And I got this one with a very nice font for the months. A very simple one for the weekdays. Don't know if you can see anything. And then just the letters for the weekdays in big and in small. So this fits exactly on the calendar, but you can also use this one with the little squares and just write in it. Then this one with just with the days, and then there is one with arrows. So that was fun. I already tried those as well in my journal. Let's see. So here is where I used the numbers and the weekdays. And okay, I didn't use the month yet. Did I use? Oh yeah, here is one where I used the calendar. And if you see the spreads, I got a set of 12 stencils. Do you say stencils? For journaling. Hey, he brought a ball. He wants to play. Oh. Yay! Okay. Gleich, ja? Gleich. Noch ein bisschen warten. Ja, bin gleich fertig, okay? Yeah, good. So there are 12 spreads or stencils with different spreads in it. So for, let me just, if you do a monthly overview, stuff like that. And I tried them out very late at night after a long work day with bad light, so didn't come out so nicely. But I played around a bit, and yeah, that was fun. And I will try out all of those and all of the washi tape, and then I'm getting my calendar stamp from Etsy. I'm not sure. I think it's shipped from China. I'm not sure exactly. It was not a, you know, like a small maker. I think it was just, it's just an online store, in Chinese online store, I don't know. I tried to find the links to all 3 of those and link it below. I also link stashbuster to you if you like. They're not shipping to the States, I guess, because they don't have the dollars on the price tags on the back. So yeah, and can also link the knitcrate, of course. Yeah, I hopefully didn't forget anything. So if you watch all of that episode and I missed linking something, then please let me know and I just update the description. Okay, so because now he brought another toy, he is really in need of some of some attention, and yeah, thank you for watching, and hopefully I see you next time. And yeah, enjoy the nice weather if you have that, and quiet time, knitting time, and if you watch Bridgerton like me, have fun with that. And thank you for being here. See you next time. Bye bye.